Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Entrepreneurs Podcast with Adam Erickson. I am a business advisor with Business Impact Northwest. I'm back with Gail Roberts of MapYourBiz. How are we doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing, Adam?
Doing awesome. We got a long weekend coming up, but last time we went through kind of why you always need to keep your data fresh when Google indexes your website and all of your postings and everything. And we started to get into now GPT engines are being used for search, et cetera, whether it be a Gemini, a ChatGPT, a Claude. How is the world adapting and changing? And most importantly, how does small business need to keep afoot so when someone's searching, they get found?
So that's a really good question. And search is, I think, probably changing every day at this point. But the good news for small businesses is that for, say, the last 10 years, everything you've done for good search engine optimization, or SEO, if you hear that term thrown around, everything that you've done for that builds that nice foundation layer for this new round of AI search, which is called answer engine optimization or generative engine optimization. So there's all these little alphabet soups being thrown around. But SEO, if you focus on good SEO, then everything else flows from that. And then the AI understands what you do. If you have consistent info, clear descriptions, you have a nice, fast website, your website is optimized for mobile, since most people are looking at websites on their phones. If you do all those basic blocks of getting your information into a format that Google can understand, then the AI probably also will understand what you do and why you do what you do, so that search, however it happens, whether it's on ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or Google, so that search is understandable to those algorithms.
Are you seeing a lot of clients that understand that this shifting world is occurring? That search now, I mean, I'm old enough to remember when Google first came out and the old browser and everything else. But these days, as you said, the search, it's voice activated, it's everything else. Seems like kind of hard to keep track. Do you work with your clients with kind of a master checklist that every week you go through and say, all right, time to make sure that we're refreshed on everything and some things didn't get lost through the cracks? Because I would imagine, the consistency of this thing, it just has to be a routine of a business.
Yeah, so a lot of this is in the setup, is just if you set everything up the correct way, the consistent way, then you don't necessarily have to touch those things very often, because your business name and your phone number, those things aren't changing. So just doing a big audit across everywhere you are on the web, so Facebook, website, Google business profile, making sure that all those things match. So yeah, we can go through and we can look at all those things first and just make sure that your basic information is there. And so that is really half the battle. And then the other part is just making sure that you're putting real world answers onto the internet. So if people walk through your door at your business, or when you're out at their home doing work, and they're asking you the same questions every time, like, is it better to put asphalt shingles or a metal roof on my house? If you hear that question 4 times a week, that's a question that should be on your website. That's a question and answer that should be on your website, your Google business profile, maybe a post on Facebook, a blog, something like that. So you want to, AI rewards real world answers. So you want to speak like a human and answer those questions that people out in the real world are asking.
Well, that seems like a valuable tip for a lot of business owners to put that in. I know with a lot of my clients, we work on social media strategies, blog posts, et cetera, mainly, for customer interaction, but also we know it impacts SEO. But I would take that as the key tip of the session here is, probably ask your clients, how did they find you? Is there a way that your clients can figure out how they were found in specific SEO reports from either Google or other tool sets that let them know, hey, these people inserted these terms and this is how they found you, so therefore that should be reflected?
Yeah, and that is probably a little beyond my technical expertise. But if you have a website administrator or someone who does your IT, they'll know how to kind of look on the back end there and find that for you. But there's certainly anywhere you have your website hosted, they have analytics. And then Google and Bing also have their own analytics that you can just go look at. It's free, and you can just sign up and be able to see what is happening with your website. Whether somebody clicks on the homepage, then they go to the blog, whether that translates into someone signing up for your newsletter or clicking on the button that says call now.
Well, I guess final question for the session today. What does Gail Roberts use when searching these days? When you're out trying to find a location, et cetera, are you using voice activated Google? Are you doing it the old school way, just typing stuff in, or using GPT? What's your methodology?
I think the answer is all of the above. So I'm a big fan of AI. And so usually when I'm home, I'm using Gemini or maybe Perplexity to look things up. But I use Google Maps a lot, and I use it both on my desktop and on my phone. I've traveled a lot, and so I've used Google Maps all over the world, and that is probably my number one go-to, just because I think it has the most information. So the mobile version of Google Maps is definitely my go-to for information. And I get really mad if someone's hours are wrong or you show up and it's closed. I'm just like, oh, it's so easy to fix. Just go fix it.
Well, that's why you started MapYourBiz. As I always say, spot a problem, solve a problem, get paid to solve the problem. So you've identified the cause of your pain, and you want others to be able to solve it so that they don't have frustrated potential customers on their hands.
Yep, exactly.
All right, awesome. Well, I love our series here because I believe small business needs all the help it can get, and just being effective on a lot of these basics, being able to be found is a core thing. And once again, for all you business owners out there, find out how people are searching for you and make sure they know where you're at with MapYourBiz. So Gail, great talking with you again today. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much.